Jack was 22 years old, fresh out of college with a business degree. He had dreams, big dreams. He wanted to start his own company, get in shape, learn to play guitar, and travel the world. But Jack had a problem. He loved comfort more than he loved his dreams. Every morning, his alarm would ring at 6 a.m. He'd set it the night before with the best intentions. Tomorrow, he'd tell himself, tomorrow I'll wake up early, go to the gym, work on my business plan. But when morning came, I'll start Monday, he'd whisper, pulling the covers over his head. At work, Jack did just enough to get by. When his boss gave him extra projects, he'd say, I'll get to it later. He'd spend his lunch breaks scrolling through social media, watching other people live the life he wanted. His friends would invite him to networking events. I'm tired, he'd say. Then he'd go home and binge-watch TV shows until midnight. On weekends, he'd plan to work on his business idea, but Saturday morning would come and he'd think, I deserve a break. I worked all week, so he'd sleep until noon. Jack wasn't lazy because he was a bad person. He was lazy because being disciplined is hard and being comfortable is easy. 5 years passed. Jack was now 27. He had the same job, the same apartment, the same life. Except now, something was different. He felt heavy, not just physically, though he'd gained weight, but emotionally. One day, Jack saw a Facebook post from his college roommate, Marcus. Marcus was standing on a stage accepting an award for his startup company. Jack remembered that Marcus had the same dream 5 years ago, but Marcus had done something Jack hadn't. Marcus had been disciplined. That night, Jack couldn't sleep. He thought about all the mornings he'd hit snooze, all the evenings he'd wasted, all the I'll do it tomorrow promises he'd made to himself. He opened his journal, the one he'd bought 5 years ago but never used, and wrote one sentence. I am 27 years old and I have nothing to show for the last 5 years of my life. Tears rolled down his face, not because he had failed, but because he finally saw the truth. He had never really tried. The next morning, Jack's alarm rang at 6 a.m. This time, he didn't think, he didn't negotiate with himself. He just moved. He put his feet on the floor and stood up. It felt terrible. His body wanted to go back to bed. His mind was screaming, this is too hard, just 1 more hour. But Jack had made a decision, not to feel motivated, not to feel ready, but to be disciplined. He put on his running shoes and went outside. He didn't run far, just around the block, but he did it. When he came back, something had changed. For the first time in years, he felt alive. Jack learned something powerful that morning. Discipline isn't about feeling like doing something, it's about doing it anyway. Over the next weeks, Jack created a simple system. 6 a.m., wake up, no snooze button. 6:15 a.m., run for 20 minutes. 7 a.m., work on business plan for 1 hour before work. 9 p.m., no TV, read or plan for tomorrow. 10 p.m., sleep. The first week was hell. Everything in him wanted to quit, but he remembered that feeling at 27, looking back at 5 years wasted. He didn't want to be 32 and feel the same way, so he kept going. Here's what happened over the next 2 years. Month 1, Jack lost 8 pounds. His business plan was taking shape. Month 6, Jack had lost 30 pounds. He'd built a prototype of his product and showed it to 50 potential customers. Month 12, Jack got his first client. It wasn't much money, but it was proof his idea could work. Month 18, Jack was making enough from his side business to quit his job. He was scared, but he took the leap. Month 24, Jack's company had 15 clients and 2 employees. He was making more money than he ever had. But more than the money, Jack had something he'd never had before: self-respect. He'd proven to himself that he could do hard things, that he wasn't a victim of his circumstances, that discipline, not motivation, was the real key to success. Here's what Jack learned and what I want you to understand. Discipline is choosing between what you want now and what you want most. Every morning, Jack wanted to sleep, but he wanted a successful life more. Every evening, Jack wanted to watch TV, but he wanted to build something meaningful more. Discipline is painful in the moment, but regret is painful forever.
That 1 hour of discomfort at 6 a.m. changed Jack's entire life. But those 5 years of comfort, they gave him nothing but regret. Your future self is watching you right now. The person you'll be in 5 years is being created by what you do today. Will that person thank you, or will they wish you had started today? So here's my challenge to you. Stop waiting to feel motivated. Stop waiting for the perfect moment. Stop saying, "I'll start Monday." Start now. Start small, but start. Maybe it's waking up 30 minutes earlier. Maybe it's going to the gym 3 times this week. Maybe it's working on your dream for just 1 hour a day. Whatever it is, decide and then do it. Not because it feels good, but because your future depends on it. Remember, lazy today means regret tomorrow, but discipline today means freedom tomorrow. Jack's story isn't unique. It's the story of everyone who's ever achieved anything worth achieving. The only question is, will it be your story too? The choice is yours, but make it now, because 5 years from now, you'll either thank yourself or regret this moment.